everyone. It's Ashton coming to you live every Wednesday to talk to you about real estate. Today I am at home shooting this video because I don't know if you knew this, but Thanksgiving's tomorrow. I have a bunch of people coming over to my house and I'm going to be spending all day cooking. So I was like, oh, my house definitely needs more than 12 hours worth of cleaning. So I'm taking today off to work from home so I can clean. I will work on still continue doing real estate, which brings me into what are the pros and cons of real estate. I have been hearing a lot of people talk lately about getting into real estate. They have questions. That I'm here to answer those concerns for you. There's lots of great things about getting into real estate. It was the best thing I ever did for my family, looking back. But in the moment, it was really hard. And I just want to talk to you guys about what are the positives and how those positives are also negatives, okay? So there's three big things for why people get into real estate. And these were true for me as well, but it's a double-edged sword, okay? So one, you're your own boss. You create your own time. You decide when you're working and when you are taking time off. That's awesome. For me, that was the number one reason why I got into real estate is I wanted to have control of my schedule. I have 3 kids. There's a lot going on all the time. And I needed to be able to have the flexibility to be like, I need to go home to deal with a sick kid. I need to be able to be there for my kids, game, or I need to be there for another teacher meeting, or I needed that flexibility for my family. However, double-edged sword here, you are beholden to no one. If you don't have to show up, you don't have to do any level of work. So if I decide I want to stay at home and watch Netflix and eat Doritos all day, I can do that, which is super cool. But also, I'm not going to be making any money if all I do is laze around the house all day. So you have to be super able to schedule your time and have a lot of self-control to be like, this is the time where I focus. Nothing else will distract me. For me, that's really hard. I have like an ADHD mind and I'm always like 15 million projects at once. Woo! So working from home is almost impossible for me. There's always laundry to be done. There's always dishes to clean. There's always chickens to pet. There's always something in the house or on the farm to be able to take away my attention from work. So I go into the office. That way I basically work a 9-to-5 job because that's what the structure I need, because it's too much freedom in real estate. The other point is that there's unlimited earning potential. Awesome. You can make so much money in real estate because at the end of the day, you are paid for every house that you sell. However, double-edged sword, you are only paid for the houses that you sell. So it's purely 100% commission based, and if you're not making deals, you're not making money. And that is a hard hump to get past. If you are used to making a regular paycheck and surviving and supporting your family on a regular paycheck, it's really hard to make that jump to, I don't know when my next paycheck is coming. And then once I do get that paycheck, woo, I don't know when my next one's coming. It can be really hard, especially when you're first starting that first year, to be able to make that switch. It's huge, the amount of money that you can make. It's fantastic. There's no top limit. You know, when you work in corporate, there's a maximum salary that you can make. When you work in real estate, there's no top limit. You can keep going. You can make over $1 million a year. Go for it. But it's 100% commission based, and the double-edged sword is that there might be months where you don't make anything and you don't know when you're going to make that next check. So first, yay, and is you are your own boss. You schedule your own time. Second one is unlimited earning potential. You are 100% commission based for your pay. And the third one is helping people make their dreams come true. Like, everybody joins real estate for these 3 reasons, one of them or all 3 of them. However, making people's dreams come true can take a multitude of forms. It doesn't have to be real estate related. And if that is your driving force to get into real estate, you might have a really hard time with it, because that's a very small fraction of our job, is that excitement of closing day where we get to hand over the keys and say, congratulations on your new home. That's one day out of months that you are so frustrated working with these clients and negotiating, and the emotional roller coaster that goes with buying or selling a house. It's hard. And so if your main goal and your driving force is that one hour where you're like, yay, keys, you might run out of steam real fast. You might have a really hard time with that. I would say that on average, 1 out of every 3 deals that I have in the works, something happens. Something falls apart. Something doesn't go smoothly. And I have to give bad news. The deal's dead. We can't make it work. Or, the clients back out. And that's hard because, again, I'm 100% commission based. But also, if my driving factor is making people's dreams come true, that's like a slap in the face every time, right? So it can get you really beat down if that is going to be your motivating factor for getting into real estate. I love being in real estate. I've been in real estate for 3 years. And I am working, I'm growing every single year. I am topping the year before by tens of thousands of dollars of income for my family. And real estate has allowed me, in order to purchase the home that we're currently living in, something I never thought would be possible for my family, or at least not in the next 5 years, So I don't want to discourage your dreams of real estate. It is amazing what it can do for you and your family. My kids are doing fantastic in school again. We have the stability of a home. We don't have to worry about finances in the same way that we used to. It's been wonderful and I love it. But I do want to caution, because a lot of people have these views through rose-colored glasses from everything that they see on HGTV, and all the real estate agents that are spouting off on Instagram and social media and everything like that. There's a lot behind the scenes, and it's a lot of hard work. So I would just remember that that's a filtered life, okay, that you're seeing there. And at the end of the day, it's a job just like any other, and it's more than 40 hours worth of work every week that we have to put in order to make sure that our job is successful, and there's a lot that goes into it. So I fully encourage you getting into real estate, and if it's something that you want to pursue and I haven't scared you too much, let's talk. I'd love for you to shadow me for an hour or 2 at the office and see exactly what day-to-day looks like for me. And we can talk more, answer your questions, see what brings you into real estate and how I can best support you in that goal. And yeah, let's chat. Getting into real estate isn't too hard. Making sure that it works for you as a business is where it becomes labor intensive. And it's awesome for all the reasons that we've talked about, being your own boss, having unlimited earning potential, and making people's dreams come true. What better of a job could you ask for? But all of those do have downsides, and I just want to make sure that people see the real, unfiltered version of real estate agents rather than the pretty, like all the pores cleaned and the beautifying filter put on, okay? I love talking to you guys. Have a wonderful Thanksgiving and a happy holidays this week. I would love to hear about how your Thanksgiving traditions are. And we listen to Christmas music every year for Thanksgiving. And we have all of our friends and community we invite over to our house that don't otherwise have family to celebrate with. We make sure everyone is invited to our house. And there's always way more food than necessary. But I feel like that's something that I've seen at every Thanksgiving that I've ever been part of, that the leftovers is like an entire week worth of leftovers. It's awesome. Anyway, have a wonderful Thanksgiving, and please don't hesitate to reach out. Let's talk again. I will see you guys next week. I think we're going to talk about what it takes to get into real estate one more week, because there's a lot that I didn't dive into. I want to talk about the financial costs and the licensing costs and the schooling that it requires in order to get into real estate and keep that license going. Because there are monthly dues and quarterly dues and everything. So I wanted to talk about a little bit more about that next week, I think. And I will have a guest with me or maybe two, to talk about that a little bit more. But you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Happy holidays. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.